Blueface has finally opened his mouth, and the moment those words came out, everything exploded. Fans are calling this the biggest betrayal yet, and honestly, the internet might not survive this one. Because whatever peace was left between him and Chrisean Rock, yeah, it's officially gone. Rumors were already boiling, whispers were spreading, and everybody thought they knew what was happening with Baby Jr. But now we're looking at a twist so cold, so messy, and so heart-shattering that Chrisean literally broke down the second she heard the update. And trust me, this wasn't just a tear, this was full-on devastation. Blueface didn't just speak out.
Nope.
He dropped a statement that hit Chrisean right where it hurts most, leaving fans screaming, questioning, and accusing him of crossing a line he can't undo. And the worst part? He hinted that the truth behind Junior's situation is not what people think. So, what exactly did Blueface say? Why did it send Chrisean into emotional collapse? And why is the internet calling this the coldest move he's ever pulled? Stay right here because the real story is darker than anyone expected. Blueface and Chrisean Rock were never your average celebrity couple. No, they became one of the internet's most toxic, viral, unhinged, can't-look-away pairings of the last decade. From reality TV chaos to screaming matches on Instagram Live to moments of weirdly soft affection that confused everyone, their entire relationship has been a roller coaster with no breaks. Blueface, whose real name is Jonathan Porter, entered the industry as the offbeat rapper with a "I don't care about anything" persona. His brand? Reckless. Unfiltered. Always ready for drama. People knew him for his music, sure, but they stayed for the chaos he brought everywhere he went. Fights, scandals, wild house parties, questionable parenting moments, shady tweets. Blueface fed off attention, and attention fed him right back. Then came Chrisean Rock, the fiery, fearless, ride-or-die girl who came from a tough upbringing and rose to fame through sheer personality and unpredictability. The world watched her go from Blueface's trainee, to his girlfriend, to his rival, to the mother of his child, all while the internet tried to figure out whether to root for her, pray for her, or run from the drama entirely. Chrisean became the internet's emotional lightning rod, vulnerable yet explosive, loyal yet unpredictable. And when Baby Jr. came into the picture, fans hoped that the drama would finally settle down.
But no.
This is Blueface and Chrisean we're talking about. Peace doesn't exist here. From the start, their co-parenting journey was a mess. Blueface publicly questioned paternity. Chrisean publicly blasted him for abandoning her. Their families started jumping in. Their friends started reacting. Every single update felt like a new episode of a reality show that nobody asked for, but everyone was addicted to.
And online?
It was madness. People were posting screenshots like, "Blueface needs to leave this girl alone FR. Chrisean is too emotional to deal with this kind of pressure. They're both toxic, but this baby doesn't deserve this." Then there were the tweets Blueface himself kept dropping, tweets that only added gasoline to the fire. Y'all don't know the half of it. One day the truth gon' come out. Keep that same energy when the real story drops.
Cryptic. Cold.
Deliberate. He knew exactly what he was doing. And fans knew something big was coming. Meanwhile, Chrisean was showing a very different side. Her Instagram lives were emotional, shaky, and raw. She'd talk about Junior's health scares, the pressures of being a new mom, and the constant online hate she felt every time Blueface posted something shady. In one live, she wiped her tears and quietly said, "I just want my baby to be okay. That's all I care about right now." People felt that. You could hear the pain in her voice. But then came the turning point, subtle, easy to miss, but the beginning of the downfall. Blueface suddenly started liking comments on Twitter and Instagram that hinted Chrisean was hiding something. Comments like, "Something don't add up with that baby situation. She not telling y'all everything." Blue know the truth. Fans screenshotted everything. People started speculating. Drama channels went into full meltdown mode. At the same time, Chrisean began posting increasingly emotional messages on her IG story. "Why is everything always on me? I can't take this anymore. People so fake, say what you want, I know the truth. You could feel it building, that storm, that explosive moment, that massive breaking point. And then the update. A medical report, a rumor,
A leak.
a whisper that started spreading across TikTok and Twitter like wildfire. Something about Junior. Something serious. Something Blueface supposedly knew but didn't say until now. He started dropping hints. She started breaking down. Fans started panicking. This wasn't just typical Blueface versus Chrisean drama. This was personal. This was emotional. This was about their child. And the betrayal? The hypocrisy? The twist? It was getting harder and harder to ignore. Because everyone could feel it. Something was about to explode. And when Blueface finally spoke, when he finally broke his silence, when he finally said the one thing Chrisean feared the most, everything shattered. The internet has been on fire ever since. And this is only the beginning. To really understand how everything spiraled into the emotional disaster we're watching unfold today, you have to go back to the very beginning, because this wasn't some sudden explosion. This was a slow, painful buildup, a chain of events that piled on top of each other until something finally snapped. It all started when Blueface did something he never does. He went completely silent. For nearly a week, he vanished online. No trolling tweets, no messy posts, no interviews, no chaos. For someone as addicted to attention as Blueface, that silence was loud. Fans immediately started whispering. Something felt off. People wrote comments like, "Blue never disappears unless something big is happening," and others said, "He's definitely hiding something. I can feel it." Even Chrisean seemed uneasy. Late-night IG stories with sad emojis, shaky videos holding baby Junior close to her chest, and live streams where she said almost nothing but looked like she wanted to cry. In one live, she whispered, "I'm just trying to stay strong for my son. That's all I can say." That one line sent chills through the internet. But behind the scenes, the situation was getting darker. Then came the leak. A TikTok creator claimed to have exclusive information about a medical update involving baby Junior. They posted blurred screenshots that looked like hospital papers and doctor notes. Normally people would have ignored it, but Blueface liked the video. Just one tap. 1 second. And the internet exploded. Why would he like that? Was he confirming something? Was he hinting that Junior had a serious condition?
People panicked.
What should have been a private matter suddenly turned into fuel for public speculation. That, wasn't an accident. It was a message. It was a warning. And then Blueface's mother, Carlisa, jumped in. Because of course she did. She posted on Facebook, "Some people lie until the truth embarrasses them." Fans immediately took sides. Some attacked her for stirring the pot, while others claimed she was confirming what Blueface was hinting at. Chrisean's sister clapped back on Twitter, saying, "If y'all only knew what she's dealing with right now." Now family members were involved. Now it wasn't just gossip, it was war. By this point, people weren't just curious. They were scared. Everyone could feel something terrible was coming. Then came the night everything broke. Blueface posted a video, filmed inside his car, dark, shaky, and way too serious. No trolling. No laughing. No jokes. He looked exhausted, angry, ready to explode. He said, "Y'all want the truth? Y'all really want the truth?" He paused, breathing heavy. Then he said the line that broke the internet. "Something ain't right with that baby, and I got proof." Within minutes, the video went viral. Millions saw it. Screenshots spread like wildfire. Reaction channels uploaded videos before the hour was over. Some fans sided with Blueface, saying, "He deserves to know the truth." Others defended Chrisean, saying, "Why would he put her through this publicly?" It wasn't just conflict anymore. It was humiliation. He had accused her of something every mother fears, not protecting her child's truth. Chrisean couldn't stay silent. She went live almost immediately. Her hands were shaking, her eyes were red, her voice cracked with every word. She held Junior close to her chest and cried, "Why would he do this to me? Why would he do this to my child?" The pain in her voice was raw, heartbreaking. Thousands watched her fall apart in real time. Comments flooded in. Someone help her. This is too much. She doesn't deserve this stress. But Blueface wasn't done. He doubled down. He posted screenshots, unclear, cropped, messy, but just clear enough to create chaos. Alleged texts. Alleged medical documents. Alleged DMs. With the caption, "Ain't no more hiding. I'm done protecting lies."
And that was it.
The internet went nuclear. Celebrities chimed in.
Function.
A rapper tweeted.
So buckle up,
"Lou is
because
out
we're
of
diving
line
into
for
the
that."
live stream that shook
A
hip-hop
reality star
families.
posted, "This is too far. The baby should be off limits." A podcast host said, "Something about this story doesn't add up." Suddenly, the world was split in two. Team Blueface. Team Chrisean. No middle ground. And every new drop of information felt like another stab in an already bleeding wound. This wasn't just a scandal anymore. This was betrayal, emotional, moral, and public. And just when everyone thought it couldn't get worse, Blueface released the next revelation, the twist nobody was prepared for. And that's when everything truly blew apart. The moment Blueface dropped that so-called proof, everything shifted. This wasn't just online drama anymore. It turned into real-world consequences that neither he nor Chrisean could run from. The scandal escaped the internet and crashed straight into their lives, their families, and even the legal system. What started as messy gossip suddenly became a full-blown disaster with ripple effects that hit everyone involved. Within hours of Blueface's posts, blogs started reaching out to both sides for statements. No one replied. Not Blueface. Not Chrisean. Not their teams. But silence only made the story grow. Articles popped up everywhere. Is Baby Jr. at the center of a new scandal? Blueface accuses Chrisean of hiding medical truth. Family sources speak out. Whether the claims were verified or not didn't matter. The internet had already made up its mind that something was terribly wrong. The worst part? People started calling Child Protective Services. Anonymous reports. Concerned fan emails. Viral TikToks urging authorities to check on that baby. It was like the whole world suddenly decided it had the right to intervene in their private lives. And while some meant well, others did it for attention. But either way, the reports added fuel to an already raging fire. Behind the scenes, things got even messier. Chrisean's inner circle revealed that she had been contacted by caseworkers asking if she needed support or if there were health issues she wanted to clarify. She felt blindsided and betrayed, screaming at her sister. He did this. He caused all of this. Her family tried to calm her, but she was spiraling. The weight of being a new mom while fighting the internet, and now the system, became unbearable. On the other side, Blueface started facing backlash he didn't expect. Music producers pulled back. A brand collaboration he was supposed to announce suddenly paused communication. Even friends who usually defended him publicly wrote things like, "This one too far, bro." Fans who spent years watching his chaos now accused him of weaponizing his platform against the mother of his child. People were dragging him for hypocrisy. You care about the baby now? After all the drama you created? And the ugly truth was, he had no real defense. Then came the family meltdown. Carlisa, who had been posting nonstop, dropped another cryptic message. Some people need to tell the truth before God reveals it for them. That alone caused chaos, but it got worse when Blueface's sister chimed in, implying she heard the same things Blueface posted. The internet interpreted it as a coordinated attack. But hours later, Blueface clapped back at his own family, saying they were making things worse. Suddenly, the people who were backing him were now turning against him, and he was turning on them too. Meanwhile, Chrisean's side wasn't any calmer. Her cousins went live, shouting at Blueface, accusing him of using the baby for clout. One relative claimed, "He's lying. He's twisting everything." Another threatened to pull up if he kept attacking Chrisean publicly. It became a whole family versus family feud, spilling into live streams, TikToks, and Instagram comments. The drama didn't just divide fans, it divided blood relatives. But the most heartbreaking part came when a leaked audio clip circulated. A recording of Chrisean crying, saying she was scared to take Junior to his next doctor's appointment because people gone twist whatever they see. Whether the audio was real or edited didn't matter. People believed it. And that belief painted a devastating picture. A young mother terrified of being misjudged because of a public scandal she didn't start. The timeline of events only got more chaotic. 3 days after Blueface accusations, Chrisean allegedly filed to restrict certain visits or interactions, claiming emotional distress. Rumors circulated that lawyers were involved on both sides. People online debated whether Blueface was genuinely trying to uncover truth or simply punishing Chrisean for past relationship issues. And that's where the hypocrisy cut deepest. For years, Blueface built an entire brand on chaos, disrespect, and unpredictable behavior. But now he wanted to paint himself as a responsible father? Someone who cared about stability and truth? Fans remembered every time he mocked Chrisean, every time he brought other women around, every time he publicly humiliated her. And now he wanted sympathy? But Chrisean wasn't immune to criticism either. Some fans questioned her decisions, her emotional outbursts, her tendency to share too much online. A few even said she needed help, not fame. But even those critics agreed. Blueface's timing and method of exposing her felt calculated, cruel, and self-serving. The fallout continued for days. More blurry screenshots, more emotional live streams, more celebrity reactions. And still, no real clarity. No official medical statement. No verified truth. Just pain, accusations, and two exhausted parents stuck in a storm they created together. Because at the end of it all, the biggest consequence wasn't the social media backlash. It was the breaking point of whatever fragile connection Blueface and Chrisean still had left. And the twist coming next? It would shatter the last piece of that connection completely. After everything that just unfolded, the accusations, the tears, the leaked messages, the family feuds, the cryptic posts, and that heartbreaking update about baby Junior, it's clear the situation is way deeper than a simple social media argument. Blueface breaking his silence didn't calm anything down, it blew the entire story wide open. And Chrisean's emotional collapse? It showed the world just how heavy this truth hit her. We watched two people who once couldn't stay off each other's phones, live streams, and timelines suddenly become enemies in the worst possible way, fighting through screenshots, exposing each other's secrets, and dragging their families into the chaos. And all of it is happening while a newborn sits in the middle of the storm with everyone arguing over what's best for him. But now the real questions start. Do you think Blueface spoke out because he genuinely wanted to protect Junior, or was this another way to hurt Chrisean publicly? Was Chrisean's breakdown the reaction of a mother who feels misunderstood? Or is there more to the story that she hasn't admitted yet? Do you believe the leaked audio, the family statements, and the insider reports? Or does something about this still feel off to you? And most importantly, who do you think is telling the truth? Or are they both hiding something? Because the streets are talking, insiders are whispering, and there are rumors that even more shocking updates are on the way, including new medical details, unseen footage, and a major confrontation brewing behind the scenes. So let me know right now in the comments. Whose side are you on? What do you think actually happened? And what do you think the next explosive twist is going to be? Drop your theories, hit that like button, share this with someone who's been following the drama, and make sure you subscribe, because this story is far from over and the next chapter might be the craziest one yet.